This commenter says, my old roommate's dog used to display a lot of stress when being pet and even more stress whenever you stopped. They go on to say that they decided to just stop petting the dog, and the dog was able to calm down a lot faster and was actually able to start sleeping during the day, which they hadn't been able to do before. And this commenter is wondering what might have been going on. This is a really good question because it's a really confusing scenario. Of course, I can't know what was going on with this specific dog. I would need to do a functional assessment of their behavior, and so I would need a lot more information. But the first thing that comes to mind is that this dog may have been displaying a fawn response. A fawn response is kind of like people pleasing. That's what we would call it in humans. And so the dog might be soliciting affection, but you're going to notice that they have those stress signals that the commenter noticed. This might include dilated pupils, long lips, tension ridges on the face and around the lips, uneven weight distribution, a spatulate tongue, panting from an elevated heart rate, excessive shedding or dander, lip licking, yawning, fast, frantic, or fidgety behavior, making themselves very small, curling into themselves, lying on their side and lifting their arm, showing their belly, being really stiff or tense. These dogs often need help moving away from the stressor. Another thing that I have seen happen is that a dog really seems to want to be petted. They're pushing into the person, they're nosing the person's hand, they're pawing at them, but they might be wanting to be petted in a very specific way, or they might be asking for another type of support entirely, and we're having a big miscommunication. Even though with a lot of other dogs, it would be totally fair to assume that that means that they want to be petted. And this is why context and body language are so important. Another possibility without some of the details shared here could be that the dog was stressed about other things in the environment and was finding comfort in being petted. But I don't think that's the case here, because when the commenter stopped petting the dog was actually able to relax better and ultimately start sleeping. When in doubt, it's best not to pet.